You don't criticize other people's children. You should say sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Louise.
Louise, is there anything you'd like to say?
So this movie, you know, it's a lot. It's like psychological warfare and ups and downs and all over the place. Do you ever get to the point on set where you need a break from that, from the heavy?
Oh, I think we're both there for the heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe not just the heavy, but there's also a lot of fun in this film. And there's a lot of comedy in it too. And playing with that fine line between comedy and horror, or comedy and discomfort, and likable and dislikable, that was just a lot of fun.
So, Mackenzie, you've played a lot of strong female characters in your career, but this one is different because your character is also a mother. How does that change the approach when you're preparing to play this character?
I think what made playing Louise sort of difficult but really interesting is that she was in like a sort of breaking point in her marriage, and with being a mother and trying to protect her family, but also trying to like ingratiate herself into a new culture. And so playing on this tension between like instinct and politeness was really interesting for me, and always kind of like taking one step too far in each direction and then trying to like overcorrect. So I think, yeah, it was just a completely different type of character to play, and to find strength in her than somebody who has like a body made of metal. Does that make sense?
James, what about you? Because you're also
Playing a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great part to play. It was a great opportunity to entertain and horrify at the same time, and that's not even with the horror stuff, but just like some of his views and some of the ways that he treats women are so horrific as well. That's one of the strengths of this film, and it's what Blumhouse do so well time and again. Is it's not just the scary stuff that's horrific, it's also what they're saying socially that's horrific as well. And Paddy definitely gets to bring that. At the same time, it's kind of making you enjoy the ride at times, and that makes you feel conflicted as an audience member, and makes you do this, apparently. Yeah, so if you find yourself doing this in the audience, we've done our job.
Was there anything that you kind of learned from each other on set, or took away from working with each other?
I learned so much from working with James. His like absolute joy of what he does. He's a performer in a really like unself-conscious, like totally unmotivated by ego way, where he like wants to perform, but it's not. He wants to perform without it being untruthful in any way. He has like, his only interest is finding the most interesting, most like kind of joyful way into something. Nice. And I am not like that. I want the thing that feels bad and makes me feel like and James is just like, yeah, what's next? And then we'll do this. And it's like the funnest thing to be around. And it's such a nice lesson for how you should approach anything.
Thank you so much, love. That is extremely kind of you.
True.
It is really kind of you. Your pursuit of finding something honest and truthful, even when we might be in, like I think it's a really good, interesting, high-level kind of social horror movie or whatever. But there's times as well where you're like, are we getting kind of schlocky right now? Are we getting a little bit two-dimensional right now? And with her, there was just never any chance of that happening. And I really admired that. And you fought for that as well.
Oh, well, that is very sweet of you to say.